Did you see that? The window?
What?
There was a bum.
What, do you mean a homeless person?
No, I meant a naked backside.
Oh.
That's an example of the words we're going to talk about today. So these are words that have two meanings, an American meaning and a British meaning. But if you say it in the wrong audience, you could get in trouble.
That's very true. And we have stories.
We have lots of stories to tell you. So stick with us as we go through these 12 words.
So this is another one in the series of our videos about the common language we share with the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Our previous one was the mild swear words. You want to click on that somewhere, there'll be a link. We've done some other ones about other words that would just cause confusion in the US and the UK. But the words we're looking at today are words that are used in both the United States and in the United Kingdom, but have different meanings.
And some of those meanings could get you into trouble if you're not using them correctly.
Yes, you can come a cropper. I suppose on either side of the Atlantic, depending on who you are and what you say. So we're going to kick off with pants. Pants. Now, go on, you start.
Okay, well, pants in America is the term they use for trousers, anything that is kind of long and worn on the bottom half of the body, I guess, yes?
Yeah, you could even call jeans a pair of pants.
Yes, but obviously in England we use the word trousers, but pants can mean our underwear, can't they?
And as we've discussed in previous videos, the term pants can also mean that something's a bit rubbish, can't it?
Like a pile of pants.
Oh, that's a pile of pants. So different meanings, same word.
So if you're an American and you say to a British person, "Oh, I really like your pants," they might think you mean you've been going through their underwear drawer.
Or if you were in the US and someone said, "Do you want to buy a pair of pants?" You'd look at them skew-whiff or funny-eyed, wouldn't you?
Well, I think it just
if you were
might take you to the wrong shop.
If you were looking for a pair of trousers and they said, "Well, which pants are you interested in?" It's like, well, hang on a minute.
So that one's that's a bit tame. We thought we'd start off with a bit of a tame one.
The next one, I'd say the next one is one that you've got an anecdote about when you first started teaching in America.
So one of the things that we as teachers always make sure we state at the start of a year, or if we have a new class, is to make sure that our students come to class well equipped.
Prepared and equipped, making sure they have all the essentials they have to be able to learn with you.
So I did a 1-year stint in a place called Wallace Rose Hill High School in North Carolina. And this is before I met Paul. And I knew what this word meant in America. I knew it. And in my head, I kept telling myself, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. But when it came to my little speech, it just popped out.
Because you've been teaching in the UK for God knows how many years before, and this was just part of your usual spiel, wasn't it?
So I wanted to say eraser, but actually what I said to my class of 17 and 18-year-olds was, make sure you come to every class with pen, pencils, and a rubber. Now, of course, for us in the UK, a rubber is a thing that, if you write in pencil, you can just
rub it out.
In America, it means a condom. So I knew as soon as the word left my mouth, I was going to get a lot of stick. And I had a lot of laughter.
Correct me, were you teaching biology at this point?
I was trying to teach biology, that's right. And
obviously they thought practicals were on the cards.
In fact, one of my students stood up and said, "Can I get bonus points? Because I've got one in my wallet right now." And proceeded to jump up and pull it out. His rubber.
Yeah. Not
the rude thing that you're thinking. That's you. That's not on us, that's you.
Honestly.
So that's the first instance. And I tell this story in America and they absolutely love it. In fact, my head teacher kept asking me to say it at the start of every school year to the new teachers that have joined us, because everybody just loved getting a nice laugh out of me.
Yes.
So there we go. Just be careful. Don't use that word rubber. You want eraser.
Now, the next one is, would you say I need context on this because
this is the other way around, I'd say.
Yeah.
This next word is quite sedate in America, but means something completely different when we get to the British.
Yes.
And that word is
Spunk.
so in America, if you have a lot of spunk, it means that you're feisty. Yes.
Yes.
And most of the time it kind of refers to I would say mostly female of the gender.
Yeah.
But like that, she's got a bit of, she's a bit wild, she's a bit spunky.
She's a firecracker. She's full of spunk.
Yes. And that means completely, as you can see from this one's reaction, it means something completely different.
Yes.
And I'll let you explain that.
In the UK, it refers to semen.
That's right. So
Yes.
spunk is another word for semen.
Yeah.
So if that girl is full of spunk,
well, draw your own conclusions there. So she's a bit feisty, isn't she?
So be careful. That one is going to get you in trouble if you use that in the wrong context.
Yes.
Now the next one,
going back across, UK to US this time, I would say.
No, again, I think this means something quite benign in America.
Oh yes, of course it does. I'm sorry, I'm
and means something different
Atlantic mixed up.
in England. And the word is
knob.
So in America, that would just be like the thing on a door or like a handle on a drawer or something.
And it can be, it means
It
that
means
here.
that, yeah. But most of the time, if you're going to use it in Britain, it's going to mean
penis.
That's right. And it's usually going to be accompanied by the word head as well, isn't it?
Yes, as we mentioned in our previous videos, we have dickheads and knobheads.
So yes, again, if you are going to, and if you're an American and you're saying to somebody in England, oh God, I just got a grip of that knob, or that knob was slippery, you're going to get,
oh, that knob's a little stiff.
You're going to get a few wide eyes, I think, in England.
Now, this next one is another, I'd say it's very similar to that because it has two meanings here.
Yes, and I also think
that
it
has the one
it's starting to get more in American terms.
Yeah.
So that word is
pissed.
So I think the majority of people use this in the UK in two ways, don't they?
Yes. Usually in one way, if they say he's pissed off, it could mean that person is quite angry. It could mean that person has gone away and you're angry about the fact that they've gone away. When it's said on its own, it can refer to urination.
Yes.
But it could also refer to someone being drunk. It's one of the many, many words that you can use for someone being drunk.
And I don't think they mean that in America. In America, I think pissed is just that they're angry.
Yeah.
They're really mad at you.
Yeah.
Whereas we would say, last night I went out and I got pissed. It meant that I actually was not peed on.
Yes.
It means that I actually had a lot of alcohol.
Yes.
And I was a bit drunk.
I didn't go out and get angry unless you're an angry drunk. And we don't like angry drunks.
So this next one, again, a little anecdote to get a couple of anecdotes.
Well, we've got a couple, yes. So I have one.
Whenever my anecdote
Easy for you
predates meeting you again, it's the same idea, back at that same school in Wallace Rose Hill. But this time, fast forward, we're now at the end of the school year. And it's about a couple of days before we break up for summer. And classes are finished, exams are finished. I happen to be in the last 5 minutes before they all leave. And I just happened to ask a few of my students, what are you going to be doing over the summer? So one girl said to me, oh, well, I'm thinking of taking some dance lessons. And I said, quite innocently, oh, well, I used to do a bit of dance myself. I did a bit of salsa dancing before I'd moved over. And then this one lad, just plain as day, just looked straight at my face and said, do you know how to shag, miss? That was my reaction. And in my head, I'm saying, you really can't ask a teacher that question. That's very rude. Now,
it turns out that it is a type of dance in America.
And this leads to our second anecdote, which is whenever we were looking at where to move to in America, we started looking at a lot of travel shows, didn't we?
We did indeed.
And we happened to catch one about Myrtle Beach,
South Carolina.
And it was a lady, and she was interviewing people who were, I would say, in their 70s or 80s, who happened to have the grand title of
Shag champions.
That's right, shag champions.
Yes.
And we
Which took
just
our breath away. Thankfully, they explained that it was a dance. Dance that
it was a
became popular.
competition until we understood. They were like saying that, oh yeah, we compete every year in the shag championships. Yes, until they actually then performed said shag.
Yes.
We didn't understand that it was a dance.
Yeah, it's apparently it's a popular 1960s style of dancing, and when we were visiting a place up in North Carolina with your mum once, we'd missed a local shag festival.
That's right.
Featuring some 1960s artists. So yeah, that was a bit of an eye opener.
For those who don't know what shag means to us Brits, it is the act of having sex.
Yep.
So that student, in my mind, was asking me, did I know how to have sex? And of course, I didn't quite know how to answer that. And I had to pause for a bit.
Yep.
I wanted to blurt out, how rude, you can't ask me that. But in the end, I think I remembered it was a dance, or somebody told me it was a dance. And then I was like, no, I don't know how to do that.
So sorry to crush your hopes if you're a visitor from the UK and you're heading to Myrtle Beach and you see the sign "Shag Capital of the USA." Given Myrtle Beach's reputation, it wouldn't surprise me if it was, but it's probably not referring to what you'd hope it's referring to.
Yes. Don't sign up to shag on the beach.
Yes. Now, in our intro, we used a stylish acting of myself and my good wife, good lady wife. You used the term bum.
Bum.
And in the UK, that refers to your bottom.
Yes, your backside.
It's a term for your bottom.
But in America, it's mostly, a person who's down on his luck.
Yes.
Homeless.
A homeless person, or what we'd call a tramp in the old days.
Transient, maybe, something like that. That's kind of, again, a bit of a benign one.
A hobo. A hobo
maybe
would be
a
a
hobo.
bum.
Not the littlest hobo.
Not the littlest hobo.
That was a little dog.
He was a little Alsatian, or German Shepherd, depending on how you look at it.
So moving on to another term that, again, over time has changed its meaning, hasn't it?
Yes, it has indeed.
But I'm sure a lot of Brits have heard, especially during the 80s and 90s, have heard of a fanny pack.
Yes, indeed.
And in America, the fanny is what we call a bum. It is the backside.
So what we call a bum bag in the UK is a fanny pack in America.
But of course, the term fanny in the UK really refers to what I'm delicately going to call a lady's front bum.
Yes, that's that bit at the front.
Yes.
Yes.
As Oprah would say, the vajayjay.
So often in American TV shows, you'll hear someone say, "I fell right on my fanny."
Yes.
Which obviously, if you sat there with your whole family eating your tea, Granddad's tea would burst out and followed by his dentures across the wall because you're just not expected to hear that on pre-watershed.
But also, we have heard on some TV shows, like, how he slapped my fanny.
Yes.
And of course, for us, that is a completely different meaning.
Yeah, the connotations run wild at that particular point.
So another term to be careful of if you use it in the UK.
Yeah. I would say the next one is something that didn't really occur to me until I was teaching, because I think it might be a quite recent introduction into American slang.
Yes. By recent, we mean probably the last 15 to 20 years, because we are getting old now, aren't we?
Yes, I am an old fart. There we
go.
So
this is a term the other way around. In the UK, it's quite benign.
Yes, it can
mean...
In
the US, it could be seen as rude.
Yes, someone acting the fool and you turn around to them and you say, "Are you thick?" would elicit a different reaction in the US than it would in the UK.
So in the UK, a bit thick is just somebody who's not,
Not full.
Well, not got
Chilly.
it, not got that. Not, doesn't understand, or is just slow on the uptake. Maybe,
Yes.
yeah.
Challenged by things.
Challenged, maybe slightly. Whereas in the US, it would mean that a person, again, usually the female gender, I'd say,
Yes.
is actually, a little more robust,
Yes.
shall we say, in figure.
Especially in her bum area.
Yes.
I would say.
Bit of,
junk in the trunk.
Junk in the trunk, maybe,
Yes.
sort of thing. So, yes, as in, I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Yes.
Hope I don't get copyright on that. I didn't go very far.
So mix-a-lot.
So, yeah, so thick is,
kids.
a larger person.
Yeah.
Mostly female. But yeah, so be careful with that term. Don't go, just because somebody didn't get your joke or doesn't understand what you're saying in America, don't call them thick, because they might take that the wrong way.
No. The next word I've not heard for a while. It was a word we'd used quite a lot when I was a child.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those that whenever you have little ones around,
Yes.
you would use it, wouldn't you?
Because I think it's a lesser version of fart. It seemed a little more politer than fart.
And I would say the first time I encountered it really was when I had moved up north from London.
Oh,
it
so
wasn't.
It's more
it may
of a
have
northern
migrated
thing.
its way back down again, but
And
it was more whenever my niece and nephew were
This
born.
word for farting is trumping, or to trump. So if you have a trump, you've farted.
Of course.
So you could say, "Oh, that is a particularly smelly trump. Have you filled your pants with adieu?" And an American person might think that you're referring to their current president.
That's right.
As being a smelly fart.
Yes. So be careful who you're
You
around
could create
in
an
America.
international incident.
If they like Trump and you're now referring to him as a smelly, gaseous something that came out of your backside, that might not go down too well.
No, not at all. No.
Now the next one is slightly different because it's actually like a person's name, isn't it?
Yes. This is, I always thought Mr. Jackson was cruel, but, naming one of his sons this was a step too far, I thought. And that's the word Randy.
That's right. So over in America, there are lots of people who have the name Randy.
Yes.
It's a fella's name.
Randy Newman. There you go. There's
That's
a
right,
famous
exactly.
Randy.
I was just saying the judge from American Idol. He's a Randy,
Oh, yes,
isn't
he
he?
was,
Yes.
Well, he was. We've not watched that for a very long time. He
So
might not be there.
it's something that, again, you need to be careful when you use over here in the UK, because it actually means for us.
Ooh, horny. Are you horny, baby? Isn't it?
Yeah, somebody who's a little bit lecherous.
Yes.
Yes.
He's a bit randy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
obviously, the magician, the great Randy, spelled his name different when he was touring in the UK. He spelled it with an I, I think.
So just be careful. If you're in America and you've got a guy and he says, "Oh yeah, hi, I'm Randy," just take a pause and just clarify and say, "Is that your name, or are you trying to explain your behaviour right now?"
The next one is one I'd not encountered until I moved to the US.
Yes.
Because the punctuation mark that we call a full stop in the UK is referred to something else in the US, and that is
a period. Which, of course, we know what a period is when a woman is talking about it. It is their monthly cycle.
Yeah.
But it kind of, if you don't know that somebody is saying to you, and that's the end of it, period, that what they're saying is full stop. They're not saying, "I'm bleeding right now."
Yes. It seemed a bit incongruous when the first time I heard it, because I had a student who would end her sentences when she was talking to you, putting her hand up going, period. And
I like, are you wanting to go to the bathroom?
Do you need help?
Yeah. Not quite sure what they meant there. So again, it's not crazy one, but just be careful with that one.
And
we have a bonus one. We kind of mentioned it already in the previous video. And again, it's not, I wouldn't say it's up there as a bad one.
We do have an anecdote for this, if you remember when we were buying our first house in America.
Okay.
Don't you remember? and we were talking to the salesman, and he was telling us what came with the property, what extras we got, and he said, "Oh, there'll be a sod lawn," and kind of scratched our heads because
You're going to plant a load of plonkers.
yeah, so it's a derogatory term that we use in the UK, coming from the word sodomy. Obviously, it's lessened over time, as we explained in our previous
Yes.
video. But yeah, sod is turf
Yes.
in the US.
Bits of grass.
Yes, yeah.
Not
Not that
marijuana.
grass, no.
Just grass in
Yeah.
the garden type thing.
Yeah.
So those are the words that we could think of.
Yes.
Please let us know if you maybe there's another meaning to these terms that we haven't investigated.
Yeah, because I mean, if these are words that are used in the US and the UK, they're more than likely also used in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand as well, because they're all English words.
Yeah.
So they could all have different meanings across
So let us
those
know.
places.
And then if you have any words that we didn't mention that kind of have this double meaning
Yeah.
that could potentially get you in trouble if you're in the wrong situation, also let us know.
Yep.
So it's been a short one,
short one.
shortish one for us.
Because we're going out.
But we are.
We
We decided to go out. So please stay with us.
Yeah.
Hope you've enjoyed the video. And next week we're gonna, I think, do another sort of 3-month milestone of being back in the UK.
Another update video, which people seem to like hearing about, because there's always something new in those.
Yeah.
So
click, give us a thumbs up, should I say? Click subscribe.
Yep.
Hit that bell so you get notifications on our next video. And we're going to say cheers for now.
Take care. Bye for now.